Hello, good morning, Namaskar. Today I am going to start a new topic, examination of bony swelling in continuation of previous topic, examination in orthopedic practice. So examination of bony swelling is required for the purpose of diagnosis. What is bony swelling or overgrowth? A lesion in the bone. Bony swelling or overgrowth is a lesion in the bone. Could be congenital, developmental, metabolic, infective, inflammatory, neoplastic or traumatic. So cause of this bony swelling or overgrowth may be congenital, developmental, metabolic, infective, inflammatory, neoplastic or traumatic. To diagnose a bony lesion, a proper history and an accurate examination is required. So during case taking of a case of bony lesion, we start from history, onset, sex, role of trauma, pain, duration, deformity, other complaint, physical examination of a bony lesion. So in age of onset, what is importance of age of onset is Ewing sarcoma is seen in children less than 10 years. Osteogenic sarcoma in the second decade, multiple myeloma in the fourth decade, etc. So the age of onset of a bony lesion has a special reference to the diagnosis or its importance to the diagnosis. Sex, osteoid, osteoma, osteomyelitis, osteogenic sarcoma, these are more common in male, less in female. Role of trauma. Trauma could be a contributing factor or could be a precipitating factor or aggravating factor or maintaining factor. So trauma has a definite role to play in the development of a bony lesion. Next is pain. Pain is the most common complaint given by the patient with a bony lesion. The nature and intensity of the pain varies according to size of the overgrowth. It could be acute and severe as in acute osteomyelitis, osteogenic sarcoma, etc. or dull aching pain in giant cell tumor, tuberculosis, etc. If the patient complains of night cries, it is suggestive of TB arthritis. If a young male patient complains of pain in the tibia disturbing the normal sleep and relieved by taking aspirin, it could make likely to be a case of osteoid, osteoma or syphilitic pain which is aggravated during night. Duration. This will be short in acute osteomyelitis, osteogenic sarcoma, but long in case of chronic osteomyelitis, benign bone tumor, etc. Deformity. Deformity may develop due to the effects of a bony lesion near the growth plate in the children. Examples are genu varum and valgum. Malunion or non-union of fracture can also cause deformity. In congenital problem like congenital talus, equilibrium or developmental disorder like osteogenic imperfecta, the patient can present the deformity as the main complaint. Other complaints, there may be complaints of restriction of movement, discharging sinuses, lymph, etc. Constitutional symptoms are present in tuberculosis, malignancy, etc. Physical examination of a bony lesion. What are the content in physical examination we see? First is inspection. What is inspection? It is the important to make the patient as comfortable as possible, and the examining part should be adequately exposed and examined in broad daylight or proper light. Look for the following points during inspection. Number 1, site of lesion. A fairly accurate diagnosis of the bony lesion can be made depending upon the site of involvement. Metaphyseal or diphyseal. Number 2, extent of involvement. Extent of involvement contains establishment of site of lesion. It is now important to determine the extent of bone involvement. In GCT, one aspect of the bone is involved, while in osteogenic sarcoma, the entire circumference of the bone may be involved. Next is color and texture of overlying skin. The skin will be stressed and shiny with dilated veins in osteogenic sarcoma and will appear more and more red. In GCT, the skin may be just stressed and shiny. Presence of any scar or sinuses. These indicate the presence of chronic osteomyelitis or old infection. Deformities. Deformity like cubitus varus, valgus, genu valgus or varus, flexion deformities, etc. should be looked for. Length of bone. Due to the effects of bony lesion, there could be alteration in the length of bone like shortening or lengthening. So shortening is common, lengthening is rare. It is generally found in cases of after union in case of fracture. Shape of the lesion. Find out where the lesion is globular, oval, etc. by a three-dimensional examination. Size of lesion. Huge swelling is commonly seen in osteogenic sarcoma, chondrosarcoma, etc. Medium to a small sized swelling are common in bone cyst. Surface. Surface. In bony tumor, in benign tumor, the surface is smooth and regular, while in chronic osteomyelitis, malignant bone tumor, the surface may be irregular. Ease of the swelling. Determine where the ease of the swelling is indistinct or clearly defined. Pressure effect. Pressure effect. Edema of the limb distal to the swelling indicate the pressure effect. Gait. Gait is synonymous of human ambulation or locomotion. Walking can be defined as a method of locomotion involving the use of two legs alternately to provide both support and propulsion. This is gait. Next is look for muscle wasting proximal and distal to swelling. So we see in this skeletal appearance, different osteogenic disease or orthopedic diseases arises in different parts of the body or different bones. Skull myeloma, mandible adamantium in mandible dentogenic cyst, humerus all overgrowth, ribs in chondroma, spine, osteoblastoma, pelvis osteosarcoma, lymphoma, distal radius, hands in femur around the knee, osteosarcoma, tibia, adamantinoma, osteoid osteoma, calcaneus, osteoblastoma, chondroblastoma, and other diseases. Different bones have different disorders. Next point in continuation of palpation. In palpation, we see local rise of temperature, size of and shape, situation of the bony lesion, ease of lesion, translucency, plane of swelling, neurovascular status, tenderness, consistency, palpate the surface, fluctuation, fixity of swelling, scar and sinuses. Movements of joints is proper or restricted, measurement of the bone, long or short in comparison of length, may be other examination required according to conditions. For pathological diagnosis or confirmed diagnosis, we took the aid of X-ray, MRI, blood examination, especially serological, stool urine routine and culture examination. Homeopathic medicine used in bone disorders or bony overgrowth, calcarea floor, calcarea foss, phytolacca, osteoarthritic nosode, Hecla lava, and other indicated polycrest medicine. But my advice to viewer, before using homeopathic medicine, you take confirmation or opinion for a expert physician. This is useful in examination or diagnosis of a bony overgrowth in daily practice. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe.